What's going on, everybody? Happy Thursday to you. Almost Friday. Almost Friday. Girlfriend makes fun of me because I like to call it Friday Junior. Hope you all have had a wonderful week so far. We are currently in Galveston, Texas. We are going to head up to Montana, hauling this boom lift. We got 1,709 miles to go. Gonna be a good one.
Rerouting.
Go back to small roads. What would that put us at? A little over 2,000. Not bad at all. About what we needed. All good there. Oh, no good. Where? Oh, much closer than I thought. Oh, it's got us doing extra stuff here.
Never mind, sugar. I'll find us a new one.
What's going on, Hunter? Good to see you. Happy Thursday to you. All right. Get on out of here. What's going on there, buddy? Oh goodness, we gotta get over.
Go straight up.
Sorry, Easy, I was muted on the TikTok side. Good to see you. Saw you when you popped in. Y'all give me just 1 second. Alright, Joe, sorry about that. Had to grab something really quick. Alright. Yep, that'd be from that update that they did with all the different mega packs of theirs. You'll just go in there and replace or delete the ones it'll show you. And you'll just put those in there and you'll be good to go. As soon as you swap them out, you'll be able to load in. It does let you know though, once you do try to load in the first time, it may load in a little slower than normal, but no worries, just loading all that stuff in. They redid like the service stations inside of the truck stop where you modify your truck and repair. So that was super cool. Hope everybody's doing good tonight or this evening. Depending on where you're at. I forgot about you being off today, brother. Completely. It slipped my mind. Then I checked Discord just right before I responded to you, and I saw you're like, I'll be around today, and I was like, oh snap, it is Thursday. But I do know, even with your days off recently, you've been real busy. And I completely understand that, as you know from us chatting back and forth. I'm a bit busy myself. That's why I missed the other day. But had to come back strong with the ambient stream and the trucking stream. That's been a lot of fun with Red Dead, checking out the mods as well as working around little quirks with different mods and memory, all that stuff. Because with Skyrim we had 2,000 mods on there, no issue. This one seems to work just a little differently. I wanted to keep doing the moonshiner roll, y'all, but one of the mods that are required for one of our other mods is incompatible with the Bounty Hunter Expanded as well as the moonshiner roll. So I'm thinking after we play for a little bit, you know, we do some more hunting and fishing, we'll swap them out. You know, we'll exchange them every once in a while just to change things up. Because that was another reason at the beginning why my frames were dropping, is that we had incompatible mods that were trying to modify the same script, so that was causing a bit of an issue. And then I was running easy. I don't know if you were here, but I kept having frames drop, you know, and I'd read and even got mods downloaded like the stutter fix and stuff just with the type of mods I'm running. It is common for every once in a while when you get into a new area and it loads in those new animals or the people, whatever, you know, you may have like a micro stutter for a second. But long story short, I go through all those settings, right? I'm restarting stuff, lowering settings, all that jazz. But I forgot about me just recently updating my driver, and so eventually I go and check the control panel, and sure enough, under performance, it's set for optimal instead of max performance. Which, as we all know, when you're trying to run a mod list and run high settings on a modded game, definitely don't want it to be trying to run just optimally, just like, oh yeah, what's best. I check battery, all that stuff. Seems to be a lot better now. Oh, I am glad to be back on the road. It's been awesome just to have so much to play now. Like, not only do we have Red Dead Story Mode, we've got Red Dead Online, we've got Farming Sim, ATS. It is really awesome. Yeah, I started missing ATS. I was just having a lot of fun with Red Dead. Man, here lately it has been storming something serious every night. My girlfriend and I were just talking about it. Like, every night something serious. And you know, we both have lived in Florida most of our lives, so we're used to the hurricanes, the thunderstorms and all that, but this thunder has been unique lately. Pretty nice for sure. And then once we move into the new place, it has a tin roof, y'all. This cottage, and oh man, I'm so excited. I'm gonna sleep so good. Gotta do some recordings for sure for it. It really is easy. It really is. The only sad part is we aren't going to be able to bring Bear. But he's just going to be back with her parents, which is who he's been with all his life. He actually only came, he was only supposed to be with us for a short time while they were getting to the new place. It ended up taking just a little bit longer. It happens in our area. It's very, very common. It's common to not even be able to find something, and usually just have to wait it out if you can at your current spot. But with that, he's gonna have to go back for a couple reasons. But truly the main one is he gets terrified of thunderstorms, and you know, we all know how a just regular shingled roof definitely muzzles the noise of the rain. Tin roof can definitely be a lot more amplified, and so I don't want him to just be shaking the whole time. Plus he's 16 years old, and her dad misses him too. It'll be good for them to be back together, but I will miss my little partner in crime, I call him. A lot of loading. I'll try and take a look at it here in a minute. It doesn't give me a notification. You know what it probably did? It's probably done the thing where it's going to time me out. But I turned notifications off so it doesn't ring in our ears like it was in the past. Let me stop right here, y'all. What? See. Okay. There we go. Well, that's good. I had some notifications, but nothing too wild. Hopefully I didn't release an update now that I've gone live. That's happened to me before as well on both platforms. What's going on, Wayne? Good to see you. I don't blame you for switching there easy. I just know if YouTube in 4K is not stuttering, TikTok at 1080 definitely shouldn't be. Barely uses any bitrate. Plus that's the one we started first today. I don't know what's going on there, but hopefully it's straightened itself out. Yeah, we use our CB radio like this. All right. Sorry, y'all. Yeah, like I was saying, I'm really looking forward to even checking out Red Dead Online a little bit. Hopefully won't get griefed too hard, but we'll see how that goes. Super excited, July 10th, y'all. We get Iowa. I'll be calling in corn country. Really looking forward to that. Absolutely. Yeah, I planned on seeing if you wanted to join up. That way we can watch each other's back when we're out and about doing quests. Because you know me, I'm going to be focused on the quest, the story side of online, a little bit of that's there, or the lot of it that's there. I'm really not that familiar at all with Red Dead Online. I played it a little bit, but not enough to really get into it. I think we'll start clean. I need to redo my character. Definitely got a posse up. Use your CB radio in your truck. Try hitting your X key Wayne. For me, it's the X key. It may be something else, but for me, it's the X. You can also check in your settings. You can go to hotkeys and scroll down to CB radio and see what it's defaulted to, if it is defaulted to something, or you can change it to something that'll be more convenient for you. For me, given how I've got my keyboard set up over here and gaming laptop, I just set it for X because it's just real easy for me to just click that on and off. It'll tell you in there, if you go to either announcements or those mods, it should tell you what they are replacing. I believe it's those main core ones that they have, you know, for their like skin packs, all that good stuff. Let's see if I can. Yeah, so they replaced the core 4 mandatory mods from what I'm seeing there. Yeah, just check your hotkeys, Wayne, for CB radio and see what key it's for. Not 100% sure if X is default, but I know I've got it for X. I don't know if it is for you as well. I can't confirm it. Oop. Got a smoky up here, y'all. Slow it down, slow it down. Press the red pedal. Went to a go-kart track and it always say that at the end of the race, like, press the red pedal. Perfect, easy. I appreciate the confirmation. Ever since I changed mine, you know, my info thing to the hyphen. And that's not the default key. I don't think it even has a default key. I think you've got to add it. I messed up, told somebody that was it, and they're like, that don't work. I was like, oh, never mind, I changed it to that. awesome, Wayne. Happy to hear it worked out for you. That is correct, Easy. I turned my sound off. I got tired of hearing that beep at the end every time, so I was like, I'll just turn it off. Let's go. Oh, I feel that 100% Easy. I wish I could just get a different beat for it. I don't know. I just want a different sounding beat. And I went through all of them, but eventually after I used the one that I had as my favorite for a while, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna keep it off for a little while. See how it goes. That is a negative Ghost Rider. Map is still wonderfully messed up. Maybe that's something I'm doing. I don't know. Maybe it's the 3.0 mod. I'm not sure. But what do you mean translate, Wayne? Oh, sorry, yo. Coming in hot, y'all. Coming in hot. Go green. Come on. Alright, there's nobody coming. see what we got here. So replaces 10 pop 31 fight. Yeah, that sounds right. If you want to double check, it should be somewhere in the mod channel on their server. Sorry, it's just been a minute since I did it myself. I don't want to lead you the wrong way though.
Go straight on. Keep left. And then turn left. Turn left.
Sorry, I thought my brights were on. There you go, easy. Yeah, it shows a picture, and the only one that I see that's left is the Mega Map Part 5, so all the other ones you're safe to replace, my friend. I just pulled up Discord real quick and found where they took the screenshot. Alright. Well, glad we got that settled. On the road we go. Well, we've been on the road. We're just trying to get easy back on the road. So you want to keep the Mega, because the Mega is just the updated Mega Map, so you're good there. That's an optional. I completely get how that could throw you off though. Because you got that one sitting there, and that one came out before all those other ones did. There we go. Jeep was kind enough to let us through. That's what we need. Let's go. Alright, come on, Subaru. We got places to be. Trying to take us the roundabout way. Gonna stay straight. Shame on you for that small roads navigation, just to put us back on the interstate. That was cruel. Oh, have you not updated it still? If you haven't updated your Mega Map, then that may be it. Sorry, I just read Mega Map going down the road. You need to update your Mega Map. It sounds like you still haven't updated your Mega Map yet. Says be sure to change this line, your config. That's not that. Let's see. Parts 1 through 4 replace all the original mandatory mods, so make sure that your load order appears like the screenshot to be able to join. A new profile is not mandatory. Switch over. Yeah, that's it. That's all it's saying there. I gotcha. Let me see. Let me take a look at mine real quick. So I don't have that 4.2. I think that's the old one. No, you're all good, man. You are all good. No apologies needed. Yeah, so let me see. What I'm looking at, I've got the part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, and then I've got the Mega Map part 5. I'm just doing a quick skim, making sure I don't see that version 4.2 anymore. Yep, it looks like that's all it is. That worked out. I needed some water. Throat was getting dry on me. Cadillac gonna come on around. Hey, the 4.6 range right there, yo.
Keep right.
There we go. Now we got the road to ourselves. For now. This is a nice road.
Go straight up. Go straight up. Go straight up. Keep left. And then turn left. Turn left.
$1,176 miles to go, yo. Been an awesome route so far. Up we go. Just using the bull lane a little bit, y'all. Having a little fun. Plus, I made the mistake of going 83. Was doing a really good job of just keeping it at 82, y'all, but I saw it hit 83, so I figured might as well have a little fun with it. All good, all good. That was fun, yo. We're gonna tap into race stats, might as well make it worth it.
Keep left. And then turn left. Turn left. Keep right. Turn right.
Stop here and get some go-go juice, y'all. Good old diesel.
Never mind, sugar. I'll find us a new one.
Got anything from the gas station? Run on in, get you a snack, something to drink. $3.42 a gallon. Not too bad. Compared to that $5.20 we were paying the other day. $231.5 gallons. $793. Beautiful.
Recomputing, finding a new route. Ready to turn right. Ready to turn right.
Well, I definitely thought we were going to get longer on that
Turn
interstate, but not the case. That's all right. I've enjoyed driving small roads again today, y'all. That's been a lot of fun. Been doing mainly interstate, just because Truckee does not track all the small road miles that you do. It only tracks, I guess, the best route. Or whatever the job says it is, instead of the small road miles included.
Go straight on. That's right. Keep right. Turn right.
Oh, great. Come on through. Hundred and 65 miles to go, y'all. Not bad.
What is up, my friend?
Hey, there he is. How you doing? We're just hauling a little under 1,960 miles to go.
Right on.
You still doing that one job?
sound off your TikTok.
10-4. I was just asking if you were still on that same job or not.
No, when I had to adjust mods, when I got back in, it made me fast travel to a city and kick my load.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I hate when it does that. Especially when you're close to being done on a long haul, like you probably were. Oh, that's the worst.
Yeah, it was like 1,600 miles or something like that. It was, like I said, from Page, Arizona, and I was going to, shoot, I don't even remember, somewhere in Texas now.
10-4. Yeah, we started in Galveston today. We ended in Little Rock yesterday. We did a 2,000-mile trip, but on an interstate, so it took us just about 2 hours, which is what I was thinking it would take. And then today we did 2,000, but small road, so it'll take a little longer. But I was intending for that, so it works out. But we will end up in Montana when it's all said and done.
Heck yeah. Yeah, I've been watching the stream. I just kept messing with this until I could finally get in. So I'm happy I made it before you got off.
Oh yeah, man, you're all good. I knew you were hanging around. Changing all those mods and stuff out, I know how that can be a pain. Trust me, I know. I did a complete fresh install of Red Dead last week, or several days ago, maybe not a full week yet, but several days ago now. Just because I had some mods, I didn't know what was conflicting. I was getting the FFFFF error, and they call it the FFFFF curse or whatever, and so I couldn't figure out what it was, so I just took off all the mods, took the game off my PC, reinstalled the game, started going one by one on the mods, and that's when I caught it, that the Moonshiner's role and the Zen and Serenity are not compatible with each other because they modify the same script, or they can, you know, get in each other's way. And so once I got that taken care of, we were all good.
Very nice. Yeah, it sucks trying to go back and forth and figure out each one to see if that's the problem child. I did find earlier, I think it was, it's a logging trailer. I went to load logs on, and every time I tried to, it crashed my game.
That's not good. It may be a modded trailer they got. I'm not sure. Hopefully it's not the base one.
Yeah, it's the base one. It's the one that's in with all the other trailers, like the flatbed, lowboy, and all that stuff. And but I just want to try hauling logs. I don't believe I'd ever hauled them, so I was gonna try earlier, and sure enough, it booted me each time I tried. Just completely killed the game.
You got the DLCs needed for it too, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because we did forestry equipment together. I don't even know if that's the one, but I was just thinking, I was like, maybe if you gotta have that one as well, but I know for a fact we did forestry equipment because I remember we went to that really cool dirt road up there in the woods.
Keep left, and then turn left.
Right.
Keep left, and then turn
Yeah, sometimes you just can't have your cake and eat it too. I'm just happy to be on though.
Right, that's how I felt about the Red Dead mods.
turn left.
Some of them had to go because they were conflicting with one another, but I was like, hey, you know, we'll have one scenario at a time. Like, basically, for the scenarios I'm working with, Zen and Serenity, it adds more
Go straight up.
scenarios, pretty much how it kind of sounds. More places to sit, you can play the guitar, banjo, harmonica, just more interactive stuff like that. And then if you add Serenity with it, you also get some stuff to like drink the water, clean yourself up when you're by a body of water. You can also get your horse to drink water. It's a pretty cool overhaul, and obviously for the RP type of thing that we kind of do, even though we are playing as Arthur, we also kind of mix in a little bit of just immersing ourselves into the world, even when we're not just doing the ambient stream, just doing the playing it actively. but I'll just switch them out every once in a while, and that way it stays fresh, you know. We can add jobs back, which adds to this cool mod that adds, like, you can be a conductor on the train, you can do dock jobs, you can be a hunter, you can be a chauffeur, you know, drive the stagecoaches, that type of thing. And so we'll add those periodically back as well, just to change it up. But then that also keeps it from getting too repetitive.
Dude, that's so awesome. It's too bad you can't have all that in the multiplayer. That would be sweet.
Right, seriously. I guess that's where those Red M servers come in. I know I want to check out that Lost Trails RP, and I may end up checking that out before we're even done with the story, just with how slow I'm taking it. But I've been debating getting us to chapter 3 here soon, because we're over 300 hours. We're probably getting close to 400 now, especially after that ambient stream last night. But maybe get to chapter 3, then hold tight, just because I've progressed the story to a point to where now Dutch is in that little saloon, which took away my stranger mission I was gonna do, you know, kind of to break up the hunting and all that stuff. We do have some more bounty hunting that we can do, so that is one thing we'll do before we switch over.
Heck yeah, man.
But yeah, brother, I know we talked a little bit about it, but now that I got you on here, I'll give you a little more update, I guess. Not too much, but we basically got the green light to where we could start moving stuff in there on the 26th. Probably not going to be ready on the 26th because we got other stuff to do, you know, get Bear over to her parents and all that good jazz. And then, you know, finish some things up packing here. We've already got a good bit packed. The only thing left really now is, like I said, the kitchen appliances and, you know, clothes and stuff that we're obviously wearing throughout the week. But other than that, we'll put up a little bit of decorations and stuff, just because we did a huge amount of decluttering, y'all. I mean, we went through and got rid of, when it was all said and done, and I mean, y'all, we declutter like yearly, if not twice a year. And both my girlfriend and I were shocked that we had so much to clean out. But I think it was probably like 6 trash bags of stuff. And also, you know, clothes donating to Goodwill, stuff like that. And then selling furniture, all that good stuff. So my downstairs living room is a mess, because I've got, you know, we did order a new mattress. So I bet, oh goodness, y'all, I get to talking and now look at this, see? That's why they say don't text and drive, and don't be all distracted driving, y'all. But anyway, I'm really excited to get to have a new mattress. My girlfriend found a like flash deal and got one for a really, really good price. And so we got a king size bed now. And that was awesome. We found a nice headboard for it. But man, I'm super excited. It's got a built-in bookshelf at this, it's a cottage style home. And it's got a big backyard, spare shed back there like I was telling you. And they redid the floor in there, man. They put in new windows, new doors, repainted it. I don't know if I already said that, but she just gave an update last night that she was pretty much done, because people were in from, it's her and her husband, you know, kind of deal. And then she was even saying she's having her son come by today and mowing the lawn before we move in. But I'm excited about that too, man, because I live in a townhome right now, so, you know, no yard to mow, my friend, so that's another thing I'll get to do.
Oh, dude, it's awesome being able to mow your own lawn. That was one thing that always kept me out of apartments and stuff. I love doing yard work and, you know, different landscaping, stuff like that. Like I was saying, we had to pull a pond out of the last house we were in. Now that we actually own this one, now I got to install it, and we actually got 2 of them to install, and they'll just be, you know, small koi ponds. I'm pretty excited about it, but man, it's a lot of work.
Oh yeah, it'll definitely be worth it, and then no, 100%. Koi pond is awesome as well. But yeah, man, I feel for you on that. When I read that earlier, I was like, yep, he feels my pain, just when I was telling you about, like, I'm not even really dreading the move, it's the, you know, having to come back, clean up, repaint, all that stuff. Obviously, like I was even telling my girlfriend, and I've been doing it actively, just cleaning up as we go. Like the other day, I took all the you know, pictures down off the wall, anything that's hanging, you know, took all the screws out of the wall, the tacks, all that good stuff. And then we're gonna fill all the holes in tonight or tomorrow, and then that way that's already done, you know. So once I come back, just paint, clean up, and ride out. But man, I'm so stoked. It's like, you know, it's a mixed feeling. Like, speaking of the landscape too, like here, man, we tried, like, because basically my backyard, the backyard here, it's so shaded that, like, even if you get the grass that grows well in shade, it has a hard time. Like, that's how rough it is. But on top of that, you know, I planted grass seeds, the whole 9. We did even gravel, added stones over by the AC, which is by the porch, you know, just to add a little more character and all that type of good stuff. But it's gonna be nice to be able to actually do some full-on yard work. And we've always kept plants in the house, you know, and outside. We're big on plants and stuff, but here it's gonna be really awesome. Just because we have so many windows in the house, it kind of restricted us here, especially at the townhome, right? You only got windows at the very front and at the very back, you know, and so you're kind of limited on space. But this new place, it has a ton of windows, man, so I'm super excited about that. My girlfriend was talking to me about that last night. She's like, I'm good to have so many hanging plants and stuff now that we've got so many windows. But man, it's gonna be awesome. With the backyard, the landscaping, getting to mow, the fire pit we're gonna have, gonna be grilling out. I just never grilled out here. I don't know why. I guess just the close proximity. It's not like a super big porch, you know, out back. So it's not like super far away from the house. So I didn't want the HOA here to get in the mood. And that's another cool thing, y'all. Like, I could not have dreamed this up better. I have, like, no neighbors. And it's kind of hard to describe. But it's basically like, it's us, and then to the right, but not directly next to us, it's like off a ways, is a restaurant, not a restaurant, but more like a cafe type of deal. And then there's another cafe. There's like a couple cafes around us, which is a dream for me because I could eat breakfast 3 times a day. And I was just joking with my girlfriend last night. We've been talking about it a lot, as you can imagine. And I was like, well, now every time I want breakfast, I can just go over there across the street. Like, you don't even gotta hop in the car. You just walk on over there. But it's gonna be a lot of fun. But with that, like I was telling you, I'm looking forward to, I'm hoping that I can get some good recordings of thunderstorms, some rain sounds, that type of thing. And then we could just share them amongst ourselves too, if you wanted to start uploading videos like that as well, because I know you already do the weather stuff, you know. And with me, I've always wanted to do the ambient streams because I was, you know, I've talked about this briefly before, but I kind of chuckled at myself because I was still going back and watching other people's videos. And I was like, why am I doing that? Why don't I give myself another view each night, you know, on a random video of mine, of the ambient videos, just because I use them all the time to go to sleep. So I've always been interested in making them. Like those rain videos, I always thought that was cool. Those different frequency videos you can find, like the Native American flutes, those types of things. I've always liked those. Oh, goodness. I don't know how we didn't wreck.
They're so relaxing. I've kicked it on a couple times when it tells me you're going to be on, and then I just see you doing the ambient thing. And so I just left it on and listened to it. It's peaceful.
Oh yeah, the rain last night's was probably one of the more chill, because the thunderstorm, man, it can get intense at times, which is awesome. I love thunderstorms to go to sleep to, but it was cool to do the rain one. And I was just thinking about it. Well, probably, I'm thinking we might end up at the loft tonight, y'all, just to give you a little sneak peek since y'all are hanging out with me. But probably end up at the loft tonight. I like that one because whether you're downstairs or upstairs, you can hear the rain really well. So I'm thinking that's where we'll go. The only thing is I really liked having that fireplace. We've also got a couple homes to choose from. The home in Rhodes is awesome, y'all, but the only thing is that, like, let's say it's storming really bad, right? You know the rays and the wind and stuff effects that you see on the screen? That's showing inside the house. And then if y'all are familiar with house mods, it happens, right? But it's the only one of the 3 Bible properties that has that. But it's not terrible either. It's not like when it's raining inside of the house. I'm sure I'm not the only person that's downloaded a house mod that did that. But it doesn't put the rain inside the house, but you do see like a little wind or whatever coming through. Oh yeah, I downloaded this one. It was the Lookout, and man, it was awesome. It was like the tallest building. It was even a modded. It wasn't there originally, and so it's the tallest building in all of Red Dead. And I was like, man, that will be awesome for ambient streams. You know, whether it's just raining, thunderstorm, whatever the case may be. You know, it'll just be an awesome view there. I get up there, I start the rain. Man, it starts raining through the whole building. I'm like, that's not gonna work. That's gonna break immersion a little bit. And the same thing happened for the first Big Valley cabin I bought. Still awesome mods, you know, nonetheless, but wouldn't want it to be raining. Have to freeze it on, you know, like dry conditions.
Right. Heck, you're just north of me on the map. You're in Nebraska.
Coming on through.
So I've been trying to learn how to drive the 13 speed with my 6-speed shifter. That's been interesting.
I'm gonna send you a link. They have a new, we'll just call it a mod kit for your shifter. Even if you've got just like a 6-speed, it helps configure it. I don't know how it works totally, but it's pretty cool mod. I saw it in action and it looked really neat. I don't know if it'll work exactly for yours. I know it worked for the Moses shifter. I don't know if they have one for various, you know, shifter, but definitely be worth looking into if it's giving you trouble, you know. Because I know you can do the sequential and everything, but this also adds it a little easier. Because this is like a thing you screw on top of the shift plate.
I gotcha. Well, I've figured out how to do it. It's just that you gotta push a button on the steering wheel while you're holding the clutch in and shifting to go up and to your highs and lows.
Yeah, and once you have a splitter, if you can put a splitter on there, you know, like the Eaton Fuller splitter, something like that, just for example, then you can toggle it just like a real truck, you know, up and down for your highs and lows.
Right, the Eden Fuller shifter. I'm wanting to buy that thing as soon as possible. That'll really make a difference.
Oh yeah, you'll be smooth sailing with that, especially with all the trouble you're going through now. That's the same way I feel with having to shift with the steering wheel, you know, with the volume up and down button here on the steering wheel. Just because anybody knew I refused to drive automatic. But with that, I even had Hellcat came in and was like, how are you shifting? And I was like, the steering wheel? He's like, bro, how? Just because obviously I've got the 1800 degree rotation, and so it can get awkward at times, y'all. So that's why if you hear little high rev when we're going around a corner, that may be the culprit.
Yeah, using the steering wheel for much of that stuff is really tough.
It's awesome for like the Jake brake and all that stuff, because it's like, you know, the steering wheels you see IRL today in truck cabs, but the shifting up and down on the steering wheel, especially just like on the front here buttons, is not it. But I've definitely adapted and it's been nice, but I'll be really, really excited once we're shifting just with the Eden Fuller and a nice shifter.
Oh yeah, it does make a world of difference. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I figured I'd wait till we get to our new place, get settled in there, get any remaining things we got. Like I said, we got the king size bed. We did get a new dresser, man, kind of like more, I don't want to say old school and give you all the wrong image in your head, because it's like perfect quality. It's got the perfect glossy wood look to it, but think of it like a wavy type dresser at the front, you know, like at the drawers, you know what I mean. Easy, I'm sure you'll know what I'm talking about. But older dressers that at the front, they've kind of got that wave to them, and girlfriend found that it was like fully refurbished, all that cool stuff, and so she got it. And then we also ordered a new couch that'll be there once we we get there, and then we're giving the couch to her niece, or you know, our old couch.
Right. Yeah, I know which types of dresses you're talking about.
Yeah, and there's also
I can't say I've had a dresser in, gosh, it's probably been 15 years. But I don't have much clothes, so I have a little part of the closet, and I have a few pairs of shorts and stuff. We got one of those kind of hanging. I think they're normally used for shoes, but I got all my clothes and those things hanging in the closet.
right. I'm with you there. I don't have nearly as much clothes as my girlfriend does, and we've been the only thing, and it's not even really a bad thing at all. Like obviously we've already planned to get stuff to put underneath the bed, you know, for things you just fold, clothing items we just fold for any overflow that doesn't fit in the dresser. But here we've got in my office / game room and in the bedroom, there's two very big closets, you know, walk-in and all that stuff. So that's like the only thing that we are losing is those big walk-in closets. And so she's like, what are we gonna do about your clothes? And I was like, no ma'am. I was like, the question is, what are we gonna do about your clothes? I was like, my clothes are gonna take up 25% of one closet. I was like, you're gonna need all the closet space in this house. And so that's been funny that it was funny that you brought that up, because we've been discussing that. Obviously now we've already figured it all out, but it was something at first we were like, oh my goodness, because she's got a lot of like big winter jackets, stuff like that. So as you know, that takes up a lot of space.
Keep right, and then turn back.
Oh, I hear you 100% on that. My wife, we're having a garage sale this weekend, thank God. But she does.
Oh goodness, y'all.
Like she'll try stuff on, and then next thing you know, it's in the washer. It's like, where'd this come from? You didn't even wear it. It's like, oh, I did for a few minutes. So hang it back up. Why do you gotta wash it again? We'll go through a load of laundry, and it'll all be her clothes, and I'll have like one pair of clothes.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. I started cracking up when you started saying that, because I go through the same thing. Or I'll have like, you know, it'll be laundry day, right? You got a bunch of laundry going, and you know, you're just swapping stuff out, putting clean clothes in the basket, you know, to take those upstairs in the house that we're in now. Thank the Lord. We are going to be on a 1-story, y'all. I could listen, I'd honk the horn if my hands weren't full, but man, I'm telling you, I'm all for, you know, 2-story house. It's cool, like the office, the window, I get to overlook the trees, all that cool stuff. It's great. It's great. But it's gonna be awesome to just be on 1 story. But with that being said, I'll have a clean basket of clothes. I'll bring it up, right? She'll come home, right? Let's say she was out at work, out running errands, etc. She comes home, that clean basket, right? She'll come home, you know, get out of the work clothes for the day, etc., right? Put those dirty clothes in the clean basket. Now that whole basket has been deemed dirty again, easy. So now I've got to redo all those clothes. You know, or we will, depending on whoever's washing it that day. I've had that happen, or I didn't catch it in time, right? Like I was busy, right? Like I did that and then I had to go away. And then I come back and she's done put a bunch of dirty clothes in, or you'll have it like you said. It's like, honey, there's no way you wore 5 outfits today. There's no way. There's no way. Like I'll get a full basket done, and then that same basket ends up halfway full that same day, and I'm like, this can't be. This can't be.
Right? It's like you have like 5 women living there for all the clothes in one day. It's nuts.
We joke about that in the dishes. I'm like, do we have 3 children I don't know about running around this house? Because, you know, like your sink will be full empty, right? And the next thing you know, it's full of stuff. And as we all know, all that takes is cooking, you know, one big meal that takes a couple pots and pans type of thing. And next thing you know, the sink's full. But, you know, you look in the morning or at lunchtime, it's perfect. Not a crumb on the counters, nothing. And then dinner time comes around, you're like, what happened? Tornado come through here?
Go straight up.
That is no joke. My wife's got the thing where she likes to have tables and stuff like that, but you never get to use them. has something that either goes on it as a knickknack or just something that she brought home, the mail, whatever. It's like there's no clean tabletops. It's crazy.
You just need me to come over for about a week. We'll help straighten out all those issues for at least the time I'm there. Then it'll go back to how your wife wants it. But I get a little stir crazy, I guess the best word for it. Not the best word for it, but the best word I can throw in there right now while we're live. But I just get a little OCD. My girlfriend tells me all the time, she's like, you 100% have OCD. She's like, there's no two if ands or buts about it. It's not just cleanliness, it's other stuff too. But like I'll come downstairs, just for example, like I can come downstairs and if stuff's just like kind of strewn about on the counters and the kitchen table and you know, there's blankets on the couch, just, you know, not neatly folded. You know, let's say there's a cup over there from the night before, you know, a cup of water. I go into full, like, this house needs a full reset, easy. We gotta redo it all, okay? We may even hit the baseboards today if we got time, you know? But I will, like, first thing in the morning while my coffee's brewing, I'll go ahead and pick all that stuff up, clean everything up. And obviously that's good practice, right? But, like, it's not just like, oh, it's good practice to do, I should do that. It's like, I got to get this done. And that's another cool thing about moving, obviously getting to declutter so much, it just helps keep everything even more cleanly when you go to the next place. And I'm not going to act like my house is always perfect, y'all. You know, we all have our days, right? We have a lazy day or something. You're like, oh, we'll get it tomorrow. You know, we'll get the house cleaned up and tidied up tomorrow. But for the most part, I do like to keep it clean. And not to say that you're unclean. I get stir crazy, man. Stuff starts getting all over the place because my girlfriend does that. She's ADHD, so she'll start one task and start 10 others, and there's a line. You can count them. You can be like, okay, this was task 1, this was task 2. You know, you just start from the door, work your way back. But and she's gotten a lot better, but you know, it gets the best of all of us. But it is so funny. Like, I'll tell her we gotta pick up after ourselves a little bit better when we get to the next place. You know, I just want to make sure, you know, keep those cottage vibes going, because we've made it like a whole thing, easy, as you know, from us being friends over this time, you know, the Hobbit vibes and everything. I've pretty much said it to her, we've joked about it, like, this will be like our Shire, you know, my little Hobbit house. And it's not like super tiny or anything, it's 2-bedroom, but it's, man, it's gonna be awesome. Not to keep yapping at you, but just to kill the dead air.
You are good, my friend. Yeah, I hear you 100% on that, and I'm OCD about a lot of that too. But like, she'll get mad at me when I bring it up sometimes, because it's like, you know, that you open that mail, it's trash. The trash can's 2 steps away. So I'll go ahead and clean it up the first time. But if I just cleaned yesterday, and I see it, I just turn and walk away and go down to my basement where that's my area. My mess, you know, I clean up. I don't get mean or nothing, don't get me wrong. She just gets frustrated when I say anything because she's ADHD too, so, you know, she'll start on something and disappear to something else.
Yep, it happens. Same thing here. Like, yes I do. Yes, I'm like, okay. That's why I picked up the dark chocolate bar and the water over there and the thing. And that's when she'll let me have it, so I already know. Because, you know, I'll start picking at her a little bit about it. Because obviously, like you said, it's not the end of the world, but it can definitely turn into one of those, all right, let's see. Are you going to get it today? Nope. Still haven't got it. All right, let's see. It is funny how little things like that, you know, come about in the relationship. But it's definitely all love, and I do adore her because she, every day she'll clean up as well, so she makes it really easy, you know, to keep the house clean, both of us. You know, when you work kind of as a team, it does make it easy, especially when, like, even with all, like, we've been talking about, when you have a lazy day or get started on 20 tasks and only finish 5 of them, you know, and the rest of those tasks, you know, tools, we'll just say, aren't put up. They're all strewn about. It happens, but yeah, man, I'm super excited. I'm wondering, because we got this new digital camera, but I don't know it's got great image quality. I just don't know the battery life on it, that type of thing. For the fire pit streams and stuff like that, because that's something I'd like to do as well. You know, especially during the winter time. Oh man, that would be a vibe. You know, because might as well, while I'm hanging out by the fire, hang out with y'all.
Oh yeah, dude. During winter time, when I'm sitting here playing the game and stuff, I'll sit here and I'll turn on like one of those bushcraft videos and stuff where they're, you know, building huts and stuff wherever, and just the sound of them chopping wood and stuff like that. That's just so peaceful to me. Even, you know, I like to do it where they're like in Asia or whatever, so you know everything's green. There's no snow when it's snowing here. It's just kind of peaceful that way. Or even some of them, you know, sometimes during summer you can watch the ones where it's snowing there and they're doing that stuff, and it's just super peaceful to see and listen to, really. But I'm kind of one of those, you know, I get all into looking at the backgrounds and stuff, because a lot of them are out in the forest and stuff, and, you know, I start daydreaming or whatnot. But I don't know, I kind of am one of those, in a way, ADHD people. Like, I can sit there and, you know, things that calm me down, I can sit there and watch like a sprinkler or something, anything water, you know, a little creek or something. I can sit there and stare at that for hours. I don't know why.
Oh yeah, oh, I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. I definitely am as well. I guess from my understanding, you know, both of them do overlap. I'm not, you know, over here self-diagnosing myself or nothing by any means. I'm just saying from my experience. But man, it is a trip. I love anything like we talked about, like the ambient videos, the watching like waterfall videos. That's why we did the waterfall stream several times at the very beginning of the ambient streams. We circled back to one of them twice, I think within a week, which kind of cracked myself up there. But yeah, man, I'm super excited to get to create some of those, just because I'm right there with you. I like watching those fireplace streams. There was one, I'll send it to you. When I first got my 4K monitor that upscales as well, man, I was checking out all the 4K resolution videos, right? Because I've always wanted, at the time, you know, talking beforehand, I'd always wanted a 4K monitor. And when I got it, I was so stoked. I was playing all the cool 4K videos, like I said, and I came across a couple. There was like this like astronaut that's like in this like liquid thing that's super cool. There's this other one, this 8K, I think it's a sunrise fireplace. Yeah, it's for sunrise, and man, it's so pretty because it's on this like cliff, but there's all these beautiful trees around, and you watch the sun, you know, like it starts kind of dark and the sun slowly comes up. It's just an awesome video. I still put that one on regularly, and that's what's so cool, like when you find videos like that and they stick with you, whether it be like a rain video or a fireplace video, something like that, you know, and then you look back years later and you're like, goodness, I've been watching this for 4 years or 5 years or whatever. Like I just had that happen the other day. There was one of those, I think it was that fireplace one I was telling you about, and it had been years, and I'm like, man, I remember when this thing had come out a couple months ago, you know. I remember feeling late because I was like, oh, it came out a couple months ago. How did I miss it? Yeah, and I'm terrible because I want to upgrade too. I think it's like really like either a triple monitor or just a bigger curved monitor. You know, one that really kind of, I guess for me, I would be happy if I could get one, maybe not the full size of what would be full 3-on curved, you know, 3 curved monitor. Sorry, y'all, got tongue tied there. But if I could get one curved monitor that was maybe the size of 2, I'd be pretty happy with that. Because then I feel like that would still take up a good bit of the camera space, if not all. Because the cool thing about moving as well is we'll get to probably change up the camera. It probably will not be in the same spot it's in now. Oh yeah, I am right there with you. That's why I was saying I'll settle for like one if it was like about two, you know, 2.5 type of deal. Because I know 3 would be an extremely curved monitor. You know, you'd be in a full-on setup. They have them, but I just don't know if I want to pay the price for all that. They're over here wrecking into each other over here, easy. Concrete truck and the fire department. At least it's not us this time.
No joke. Alright, I'm leaving North Platte, heading to Pocatello.
Hey, there you go. I was just thinking about it too. Not 100% sure I do it. I know I could get away with it on TikTok as far as, you know, playing movies on the background because we are planning on getting... We may get the inflatable one, may not, may just get the one that, you know, you just pulls up or whatever, but the screen for the projector out back. That way we can have some movie nights while out there, you know, by the fire pit. But that'd be cool to stream as well. Definitely going to stream it just without, but I know on TikTok, you know, you see even ATS streamers, some of them will have like a movie playing on their TV in the background.
Go straight up.
For sure.
Oh, but yeah, I started, but I didn't finish telling you the downstairs
Go straight up.
with that dresser down there. We've also got our other dresser that another person's already bought. They just started coming to get it at some point this week before the weekend, so hopefully by tomorrow. And so you've got 2 dressers down there, the king size mattress, but it's like rolled up, you know, because it got shipped. So luckily that's not like a full-on mattress down there as well. And then our old
Go
couch
straight up.
hasn't got picked up just yet, so it's a little cool down there right now, my friend. And so I've just been staying up in my office because it's like it's one of the last places in this house that is semi-untouched. All the stuff I took off the walls, all that stuff, but everything else pretty much the same as far as my desk setup, you know. But it is bare. Like the second desk that was in here, that's gone now. So when I come in, it feels a little weird. But it's always funny, right? Whenever you start to declutter and not declutter, I won't even say declutter, but when you start to move out of a house and you're moving stuff out of the rooms all of a sudden start looking so much bigger, you know? That always cracks me up.
That is no joke, dude. I know exactly what you're saying there. It can look like a tiny little bathroom, but you just clear out the stuff off the counter and it looks huge.
Right. It happened to me. Once we took that desk out and I came in the office, I was like, goodness, so much space in here. And that is one thing that I'm actually looking forward to, because this next office is actually a little smaller than this one, which I promise y'all I am excited about, because it makes decorating the game room a lot easier. You know, like the wall behind me, whatever, you know, where you put on shelving, whatever, etc. You know, it'll fit a little bit better. Kind of like Tim the Tap Man, right? Like how he's in that one room in his house and kind of has like all the backlighting, everything, it just pops a lot better. So I feel like with all the lighting we have already, and then what I'm also wanting to get on top of it, it's really gonna help the stream pop on cam. I just haven't turned it on today because I don't know when my girlfriend's gonna pop in here. We're going to have to start packing, so I've just left it off.
So you're gonna have less room for activities.
Not much, not by much at all. I just am being fully honest. It's a little smaller, but not by much at all. And I think a lot of it comes from the closet space I'm thinking about as well. But The master bedroom though, bro, huge. Huge. The biggest bedroom I've ever been in. You know, for myself for sure. Like, it is a huge master bedroom. And here, the bedrooms are the same size, so I am so excited about that. Like, that bedroom, like, I could easily put my L-shaped desk in there. We could put her vanity in there, the dresser, the king-size bed, and still have room. Like, it is awesome, man.
Go straight on.
I was blown away by it. Because I'll be honest with you, I hadn't got to see much of it. I'd seen the outside of the home, but even at that point, that... Sorry, y'all. 1 second. Knew should have stopped to get water. I will in a minute, but... What was I saying before I got choked up there?
So you hadn't really got to see the house, you've seen the outside of it.
Thank you, good sir. I do appreciate you. But yeah, so I'd seen the outside of it. I was like, oh, it looks awesome. And I'd been by over there, so like I knew the area, that type of thing. I knew a kind of idea of what it would look like, the area especially. And so my girlfriend, she'd already seen it, been over there several times. I just hadn't had the chance to get over there. And, you know, just scheduling conflict with the lady and I. But with that, and my girlfriend, like all three of us. But with that, I'm giving y'all way too many details there, but with that, she sent a video yesterday, man, and I got to finally see it, and it was really awesome. Basically, when you first walk in the living room that separates the living room from the kitchen and dining room, all that stuff, is 2 built-in bookshelves, man, and she almost took them out. And luckily, she asked my girlfriend, hey, I was gonna take these out unless you want them, and she doesn't know, but like my girlfriend is a huge book reader, man. Like, we need more space, and we turned our TV stand, you know, the bottom part of the TV stand, into a bookshelf. We've got another bookshelf. I've got a bookshelf to the left of me that the camera, the webcam's actually mounted on. We're just gonna go through here. I was talking to Chet there, just running this red light.
And then turn left.
And so plenty of books, so it's gonna be awesome getting to put those on the
Turn
bookshelf and save some room for now, you know, until she gets some more to expand.
Right. I remember back in the day when we needed space for books and VHS tapes and all that fun stuff.
Speaking of VHS tapes, I know I mentioned it briefly. I don't know if you were here though, so I'll repeat it, and for anybody else who wasn't here. Going through everything, right, getting ready to move, brother, we found all these old DVDs we had, like when we first moved in together, you know, went to the Walmart, got, you know, a bunch of movies and different video games I'd bought when I was still, you know, buying physical copies right before it had gone, you know, mostly digital and stuff. Found Assassin's Creed, Black Flag, I can't remember all of them, but that's like the most prominent one, but that was super cool to see. Like, it was weird, it was kind of almost a little uncanny, man, because I picked up one of the movies, because it was one of those, like, you know when they do those deals at Walmart and they put it all in a box and you'll have like 2 movies in one. And I remember as soon as I picked it up, like where we were, the Walmart we went to, it was crazy, man. I was like, goodness, it's been a ton of years. And that is one thing, you know, just living here so many years, it's like, oh man, closing that chapter out, not to get all, you know, sappy or sentimental, but it does make you a little nostalgic, make you think back on it. Also makes you a little mindful, like, goodness gracious, 6 years already.
Oh yeah, I hear you, dude, definitely. I love nostalgia stuff, that's always fun.
Man, those TikTok videos that play that little sad sound, bro, you know the one I'm talking about. Y'all know the one I mean? Oh, it plays that nostalgic sad, I call it the sad sound because it just, it brings like the most nostalgia out of me for some reason. And they play it on all like the, remember, or like, for example, snacks that are no longer available, or, you know, got discontinued, stuff like that, or toys, whatever, you know, like, used to play with this, whatever it is, or used to watch these shows. Lately it's been those like like your childhood shows, but the characters are all grown up, and it's in like a black and white filter, and people are like, "Why are you doing this to me?" Like, the first one I saw was the Backyardigans, which is a little late for me, but I still knew it, and that was kind of funny to see. But I'm not ready to see like a Winnie the Pooh or anything like that, man. I can't handle all that.
That's funny, dude. I remember that black and white stuff is definitely something that I kind of grew up on through part of my time when I was real young. Heck, I remember when all my video game playing, you know, back on the NES, the regular Nintendo, I played that on a 13-inch black and white TV, and that wasn't a big TV by any means, but it wasn't definitely small. A whole 13 inches, that was quite a turnaround from today's stuff.
Sorry, brother. My girlfriend just opened the door, and I forgot. I just shaved my beard today, easy. Not because I wanted to, and not because she asked me to. I was gonna trim it, and I was doing that, and I don't know how. I was using the scissors, and up by like, you know, your sideburn area, I had this hair, man, that no matter the beard oil, how much I've been brushing it, it's how my hair is over there. And so I was trying to trim it, and usually I do this all the time with this particular spot on my beard. And man, I went a little too far, and I looked and I saw like a little bit of, you know, light there hitting that wonderful forest of a beard, and I was like, oh no. And I was like, all right, well, it's okay, give me a month, it'll be back. My beard does grow really, really fast, man. It has since I was little, so I don't complain too much. It'll come back. I had it thick, man. It was finally getting to that point where it was really starting to become something. Me and Arthur were as one, man. So now I gotta go get him a haircut here soon. I think I'm gonna keep the beard though, because that takes a while to grow in game.
Right. Dude, I feel so bad for you. I know how a man is with his beard. It's very important.
I know I'm, you know, going to sign the lease. She already sent us a copy and everything. Like, it's already solidified. We're good to go. It's just, you know, signing of the papers and stuff. And she wants to show us around on a couple things. Just, I guess, peace of mind type of stuff like that, you know. Standard stuff to go over. And, so I was like, you know, just trying to freshen up a little bit. I mean, I was doing so good. Like, I got all, like, the fine hairs, you know, all little stragglers that poke out. Like, I mean, I was fine-tuning it, like trimming the grass with scissors, man. And then that happened, like, right at the end. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. But it's all good. Now I have a very fresh look. Very fresh look.
Man, I haven't seen my face in 21 years.
If you do it, you may not even recognize yourself. Never know. Could you imagine you shave, your wife comes home, she's like, who is this?
She'd probably beat me. She's always wanted me to keep the beard.
Yeah, my girlfriend, she likes me with both. She likes me when I shave and when I have a beard. It's just when it gets too crazy, because like we've talked about before, my beard can fully get Forrest Gump, you know, and so, which I have done before. And I laughed on it because when I was growing it, you know, especially at that Forrest Gump era, it was during the COVID days, and I was just letting it grow, especially because I worked outside too, so it wasn't like we had, you know, any like certain dress code or anything like that. Like literally we didn't even have a uniform, so it was just like, hey, wear something athletic so you're not burning up and you're good to go. And man, I looked back on those, some of the pictures, man, and I was like, honey, why did you let me do this? And she's like, I told you every week to shave that thing.
so she knows if she complains, she has to cut it.
Right, every time it would be a good time to cut your hair. No, it's good. It looks good. It looks good. I was just kidding.
Too funny.
I had that happen. I was gonna have my girlfriend trim the, back of my hair because it's getting long, man. I'm getting kind of a little mullet style. I'm kind of liking it though because it's waving out on at the back, so it's kind of cool. But it does have to go. And I was trying to get her to cut. She's like, no, it's good, because she was the one that brought it up, and I was like, all right, I'm ready. I didn't do the stream, and she's like, I'm done for the night. Like, we are good.
Go straight up.
Sorry, I'm trying to listen and talk to the wife at the same time. Our 7th wedding anniversary is coming up on the July, so we're trying to plan something.
Big congratulations to you, and take your time, my friend.
Oh, no problem. I'm trying to multitask, and thank you.
Turn left.
repeating roundabouts. Haven't hit this spot in a while, yo.
Exit now.
Girlfriend brought home a nice Hawaiian food. I'm looking forward to it, yo.
Go straight up. That's right. Keep right. And then, continue straight on. Go straight on. That's right. And then turn left. Turn left. Go straight on. Keep right. Continue straight on. Go straight on. That's right. Keep right. And then turn right. Turn right.
390 miles out.
I think I got a little. Let me see. 164.
Nice.
And then I'm going to eat some dinner. My girlfriend brought some Hawaiian grill home. So I am pumped about that. Been driving a little crazy in result. But no crashes yet, so knock on wood. Now that I've done jinxed myself.
Yeah, don't do that. And what did you say she brought home? Hawaiian what?
Just like Hawaiian grill, so like, chicken, rice, sticky rice, stuff like that. Just, seasoned. It's a particular restaurant, I just don't want to dox myself here.
I got you, okay.
If it wasn't only a local thing, I'd tell you.
Makes sense to me.
I was into you in Discord. It is a phenomenal spot. From my understanding, they've only got 2 locations in our area. And luckily, I'm about to be even closer to it than I am now, so I'm extremely happy about that.
Heck yeah, man. That's awesome. I always like those small chains.
So I was betting, right, just now. After I said no crashes, I figured I'd go ahead and get the crash out of the way since I jinxed myself. But, no joke. I was thinking, sometimes if you go in the left lane and the NPC car sees your AI, they'll stop so you can kind of get over in time. Yeah, that didn't happen. But we're not bad. We're still cruising. Mustang probably not so much, but we're good.
Yeah, it's a Ford. It was a limited time only.
gears grinding a little bit over here, but we're all right. We're all right.
Good, good.
What I was doing was far from smart. I knew it was gonna end in a wreck, more chances than it didn't, but I was having fun. And we were so close, man. I almost got there, but not in time. I love when I do, though. You know, when you try to cut in between, especially when you're driving the big rigs. It's not like we're driving an F1 car here.
Yeah, no joke.
What's going on, Michael? Good to see you, my friend. Let me pick up the phone here so I can see this clearly. You don't gotta have the John Ritter mods to join us. We'll just be a green box to you. Only bad part. That's if Easy's in a John Ritter truck as well. But we've not got the shifter yet. We're getting ready to move in just a couple days, so waiting on that.
I believe Iowa's already coming out.
I know. I'm so excited. July 10th. I'm usually good at catching that, you know, as far as a notification on my phone type of thing, but I caught it about an hour late. But I was super excited because I knew we were getting close. I caught it like a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, after they did the post about, hey, you know, we're giving you a sneak preview soon. That's usually when we're getting really close to the release date. So it's like any day now. I'm super excited we'll have Iowa. And then I'm not even going to joke, y'all. It's going to be cool to see that Hobbit game. I would like it to have a kind of different graphics and all that stuff, but you know, take what you get. Does not like left lane. Michael's saying his computer does not like the left lane mods. It happens. You've had that where the, what was it, that brutal traffic mod gave you a run for your money on that one. It just started causing issues for me with like the trains constantly or stuff like that, you know, having to close the convoy, open it back up just to get the train to stop doing 7-8 trains in a row.
Right, there was that, but the thing that killed me and really made mine stutter was just all the traffic. I mean, you come out from getting the load and you can't even get on the highway for like 10 real life minutes because they're all backed up. There's a wreck, so then you have to drive clear around everything. It almost takes the realness out of it to an extent, you know.
Yeah, it's nice to hit some traffic. I'd like it if they overhauled that a little bit, just to where in certain spots, especially certain cities, things like that, and then at random occasions like road work, right between certain times could get really backed up. But I'm with you there. It's an awesome mod to have if you want to really take it slow and just chat, you know, sit in traffic for a long time. And it does get better, you know, but it definitely can. I know what you're talking about 100%. I've gone through it more than 10 times at least. Pick up your job, go to get out of that parking lot, and you're like, okay. Both ways, everywhere you look, full of cars. And they will not let you out. You got to cut them off.
Exactly. There's that, and then there'll be a wreck or something, and you can sit there forever, you know, and end up being late because, you know, they're not cleaning anything up or nothing. Everything's just stuck. And I'm not complaining at all about the mod. I think it's an awesome mod. Great idea, too. It, like you said, it just needs a little reworking to it.
Yeah, or not, you know, because brutal traffic, it is that. It is the name. One thing it's not doing is false advertising, because it definitely lives up to the name. But it does kind of remind me of those Truckers MP servers, you know, where you'll see those short videos where like the whole road, man, for as long as you can see, are real players just backed up back to back. And so I guess if you kind of want that type of vibe over here on, you know, not Truckers MP, just using the convoys now and that type of deal, it could work out. But I'm definitely with you. I got tired of it. I was like, all right, I gotta take it off. It was cool for a while though. I mean, I stuck with it for a good couple months, I think. But maybe not a couple months, but I think maybe 2 months.
Yeah, we had it for a little while there. And yeah, you're not lying. It is not false advertising. It is brutal, that's for sure.
We made it, y'all. Oh. Wondering why the steering wheel got so heavy. Well, truck decided to start breaking down right as we get to the destination, so that works out. Sorry, y'all. Girlfriend's calling. But, man, I'm so glad that we were able to hop in here and do a convoy together.
Heck yeah, man. It's been a couple weeks now. I was real excited to finally get back on and start playing a little bit and see the people. I'm glad to see Michael and Wayne and them are still around.
Oh yeah, it has been nice, man. It's all been good. You haven't missed too much. It's been kind of quiet, honestly. Like with the Red Dead, that did kind of pop off, and we had a bunch of people chatting with us there, and then ATS has been kind of just still with some chatter.
Heck yeah, have you seen any of Jarhead lately?
Make sure you come back and visit me, alright?
I saw him recently. I can't remember if it's been in the last week or not, but I did see him recently. He did stop by.
A good deal.
I forgot opening the convoy could make us late for the job, but it's all good. It was a fun job and it took up the whole stream, so, and we got 3 hours, so even more out of it than I was expecting. So I'm happy with that. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me. I really do appreciate y'all. This is where we are going to call it for the night, but I will be back for the ambient stream later on tonight, and I completely get it, Michael. Not everybody's going to be, you know, interested in every single game we play, and that is totally fine, my friend. I appreciate you hanging out on the ATS streams. And Easy, thank you so much for hanging out again. I really do appreciate you all. Thank you for being you. And I will catch y'all here pretty soon.
Heck yeah, see you around. God bless you and everybody else.
Thanks, buddy. You too.